What is going on, people, and welcome to episode 16 of the AFC 24 career mode here with Sheffield Wednesday. And well, it's the final episode of the season. Last time out was a little bit better than we had been used to in recent months. I mean, if we have a look at the calendar, our poor run started in February. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games without a win before picking up that win against Swansea and then a draw, last gasp draw against Ipswich. But yeah, today the final 3 games of the season. We start with Preston away, before then another trip away to Millwall before ending the season at home to Leeds. And well, if we look at the table now, after being in the playoffs the majority of the season, our poor run of form has meant that now playoffs look highly unlikely. 6 points adrift with just 3 games to go. Yeah, it's a shame, but you know, it is what it is. With this side expected to get relegated, you know, being in the playoffs all season is quite the achievement. Next season, of course, we'll be looking to go up. Of course, hopefully we'll strengthen the squad a bit. Leeds, of course, in second. Leicester are 13 points today. Leicester are officially champions already. Leeds only 3 points ahead of Norwich, so we could still have a say in the automatic promotion race. So yeah, there's still a lot to play for some of these sides as well. Stoke 8 points adrift of automatics. Very unlikely, but you never know. Whereas obviously, like we said, Leeds to come today. And we've got Preston, who sit just below us, first game. So that will be interesting. And then Millwall, I believe, are fighting relegation. They are indeed just a point clear of Ipswich. So, yeah, we could have a say in both the promotion and relegation races today. Be interesting to see. But if you are looking forward to this final episode of this season, make sure you pop a like on it for me. Subscribe to the channel. And, well, let's just see how it goes. We might have something to play for, we might not. But let's try and end the season on a high, shall we, after our recent run. So for this first game of the episode then, this is how our host Preston line up. Woodman in goal, playing a back 7. Interesting. Potts on the right, Lindsay, Hughes and Story in the middle, with Brady on the left, Whiteman and Ledson sitting deep. Then Frockier, going to go for, and Holmes in behind Will Keane. Some decent options on the bench for them as well. We are at full strength, what I consider now to be full strength. Afori in goal, Hatterbour, Bernard, Diaby and Pedersen at the back. Hall and Espria in the midfield. Windass through the middle. Paveda on the right. Mashaba on the left. And a boat up top. And yeah, options off the bench. But yeah, this is what, you know, like I said, I consider to be our strongest lineup now, including a lot of the younger players now who have grown quite well. But, of course, some of these faces will probably be the last episode that we'll be seeing them. The likes of Ugbo, Paveda, Pedersen, all on loan here. Whether we'll make permanent moves for them, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so this could be the final episode that we see some faces, and then hopefully a bit of a squad revamp in the summer would be quite good, and see if we can really level up this squad as we wait for Hatterbour to make the overlap. And he's aiming for Windass in the middle there, but it's headed away well. But we will clean up. We were going to clean up, but Will Keane has come away with this one. Well, there goes the half-time whistle, and I don't know how much of that first half you'll see, to be totally honest. It was really frustrating. Preston just got bodies back in numbers, really sort of made it hard for us to get anywhere. And they haven't done too much offensively either. So, yeah, frustrating first half. Hopefully we can break them down in the second. But we've run the ball back of our own. Windass. Hall. That's a lovely ball over the top for Ike Ugbo. And Ugbo will just calmly lift this one over Freddie Woodman. But it's all about the ball from George Hall. And that's why he's in the side. His playmaking ability is superb on occasion. And, well, Woodman commits, slides in at the feet of Ugbo, but really composed, finishing from the striker, the top goal scorer in the Championship, to just lift it over them. I said we would try and break them down, and that we have done. And a goal just before the hour from EK Ugbo makes it 1-0 to Wednesday. And now they come forward. Holmes, there's a man over there. And it's really well done. Oh my word. I thought Afori was beaten, but he stuck out a late hand just to get something on it and turn it around the post. But Preston with their first real clear-cut opportunity of the game. And Paveda, can't quite get there. But that is actually a very good ball out. But the touch, certainly not ideal. But we can get this one out nicely. And now Masaba, can he launch a counter of his own? Can he burst past his man? He certainly can. He's away from Jordan Story. Masaba into the area. Anthony Masaba. It's a save from Woodman. I think that would be one thing that I would quite like to improve on in terms of. I mean, I like our wingers. Don't get me wrong. Well, I'm not massively keen on Paveda, it must be said. But Masaba, Wilkes, and that. Just one thing that I wish they were better at was finishing. Because so many times we got into opportunities where our wingers have had good opportunities, but they just haven't been able to finish. Spria, can we put the cherry on the icing on the top of the cake? Hatterbull connects, but it's over and wide. But there goes the final whistle. And it's a 1-0 win away from home. And against what was a very organised Preston side. They weren't the best, but they're certainly up there for a reason, I imagine, through their defensive capabilities. And Millwall picking up another defeat ahead of our game against them. And now looking at the standings, we're still in 9th. Bristol have taken that 6th spot, 4 points adrift now. So for the penultimate game of this season then, this is how our host Millwall line up. Sarkic in goal, a back 5. Norton Cuffey on the right. Wallace, Santos and Leonard in the centre with Joe Bryan on the left. Denor and Saville in the middle. Massapust on the right. Obafemi leading the line and Longman on the left. Honeyman there. Tanganga, Bradshaw, Hutchinson. So some good options in there. We are unchanged. So, like we said, Millwall sort of struggling. They are just above the relegation zone at this moment in time, but only by a point or so. So let's see if we can't potentially pick up another 3 points in the road in this episode. And Millwall coming forward here, and they're looking quite good in their attacking play. And it's Obafemi who has the strike and forces Afori into an early save. But yeah, we couldn't really handle them there at that moment in time, certainly going forward, but we'll get this one away quite nicely. All does really well to get this one out to Hatterbull. And now Paveda, and he could be inside. Gets a run on Leonard, has to cut back, needs options, finds Josh Windass, who will have the strike. And that was certainly aiming for the top corner, but for a strong hand from Sarkic, who keeps it out. Windass now the one to take the corner, aiming for Hatterbull, who again gets his head on it, but just gets it all wrong and never troubling the goalkeeper on that occasion. He's done really well here, George Saville, to hold on to this ball, ride the challenge of a couple of players. That's a lovely pass. Oh, he skipped away from his man, and well, Diaby went for the tackle. Obafemi managed to avoid it, and a lovely save from Afori to deny Obafemi a goal. And well, it falls to Obafemi. That's not the best clearance, from Diaby. And we get it away only for the time being. Casper Denort. And that will hopefully be away, and it will be, thankfully. And Ugbo can bring this one away now. Can we get a tackle in here? We can't really. Oh, it's a Meg. Obafemi in there is a great pass. And Millwall open the account for the afternoon, and it's George Saville, our former man on this channel, who's grabbed the goal for them. Just couldn't get the ball off them, and then as soon as Saville was into that area from so close in, I think there was only going to be one outcome, and it was a goal for the Northern Irishman. And it's 1-0 on the road, but unfortunately it is against us, and Millwall, again, much like Ipswich, sort of playing, that's not what I wanted, and that's a terrible pass. Why is it that we play against decent teams and we can outplay them, and yet play against the struggling teams. Oh my word. That's a great block in there to stop Saville from getting a second. Diaby just sliding in. I think, yeah, it's Bernard who just sticks a toe out to stop that one. But yeah, against the better teams, we seem to do alright. Against the struggling teams, we're really making a meal of things. But Windass can bring this one away. And he's certainly got the run here. And has he got the run on Norton Cuffey? He might well have here, you know. Josh Windass. Oh, he's hit the bar. That would have been a superb solo goal. And the half-time whistle goes. He only had one option to go for a goal because no one else was supporting him. But what an individual effort that would have been. But unfortunately, just maybe it was the angle against him. I'm not too sure. But he clips the top of the bar as the shot makes its way out of play. Really unfortunate for Josh Windass. Ogbo robs his man of the ball. But just can't get a pass up quick enough. Santos. He's the one that plays for them. Oh, Hall. He's got a little bit fortunate with that. George Hall has found the back of the net. We will take a little bit of fortune on the road. And the captain, the newly appointed club captain, has made this 1-1. And it's a very composed finish. Took a little bit of time to get the ball under control. But once he did, he just smashed it low into the far corner. Nothing Sarkic could do. And while sometimes you need a little bit of luck, we haven't had a lot of luck this season, it must be said. But thankfully for us, we are back on level terms. But it's all about holding out Millwall. And Pedersen has done really well there. Substitution for us. Josh Windass making his way off. Malik Wilkes coming on. We're going to shift Pervader into the number 10 role. And Wilkes is going to play out on that right hand side. Best clearance from the corner. And there's a strike that comes in there. And I'm not too sure who that is. Might be George Saville again, you know, with the strike. Certainly their biggest goal threat in this game, George Saville. As we need to get this one away. And well, I think Hatterport did just about that. It looked like Aspria was there to get rid of it, but Hatterport making short. Although the header there, I thought that was going to loop into the far corner. Thankfully for us, it's gone wide. Joe Bryant into a good area. Obafemi into the area as well. Oh my! Well, there goes the final whistle. We will take a point on the road against a good Millwall side. I thought Ofori was going to fumble that into the goal then, but a point it is for each side. Not the greatest result, but then with the way they played, we will certainly take it. That could well be the end of our playoff hopes as well. We're still 9th, 3 points adrift, although a Swansea win against Sunderland, then we won't be able to qualify. We've got the best goal difference, so it's if Sunderland can get a point, it's still possible, albeit we are playing Leeds, who, if they get a point against Huddersfield, will be promoted. So it won't matter when it comes to our game. Let's wait and see how things go. So the results the day after we played our last game: Swansea picking up a win against Sunderland, Leeds picking up a win against Huddersfield. So we can no longer qualify for the playoffs, and Leeds are already promoted. So they will be having a party post a game. But yeah, so that race is finished, as is the playoff race. But still, be nice to pick up a nice result, finish as high in the table as possible. Bristol are playing QPR and Watford are playing Middlesbrough. So if we can get points on the board, we need at least a win to have any chance of finishing higher than we do. We could potentially, depending on what Preston do, they play Stoke, finish. So we could finish as high as 7th and as low as 10th. So that's not a bad season, realistically. I did have messages from Ugbo, Pervader and Hatterport all saying, oh, really enjoyed my time here. Hopefully we can make it a permanent thing. I'm going to have some decisions to make in terms of those players. and certainly Pedersen as well, who's here on loan. But actually, I need to double check. Barry Bannon, is he retiring, or is he just gonna leave? Because I know it said he was considering retirement, but yeah, he's going to be leaving. Also, Iorfa's agreed to join Steven Gerrard in Saudi Arabia, so he's going to be leaving at the end of the season as well. Right, it is game day. Let's go and play this final game of the season then against Leeds. We'll do the pre-match report just so we have some familiarity. We do also have a press conference, so let's go and do that, the final one of the season then. Just a few games left. Can you steer clear of trouble? Pressure can be a positive. Such a stupid question. Are your boys ready for the game? We'll play the game, not the occasion, of course. Big derby to end the season with as well. What are you expecting from the game? Of course, yeah, we beat them earlier in the season. I'm sure they'll be putting up more of a fight. Although they might already be on the beach. Who knows? Yeah, it could be just what's it? You know, could just be an afterthought for them. Are we gonna make them play in there? Yeah, we'll make them play in the fruit salad kit, as one of my Leeds fan friends likes to call it. I quite like that kit, to be perfectly honest. Hall's grown up to 70, which is good. Is there any other late growth in this squad? Doesn't look like it. We'll give Bannon a game. Tell you what, we'll take out Masaba. We'll put Asprilla on the left, and Bannon could come in as a farewell to Barry Bannon. We will, we'll play him. Let's get the game underway. So for the final game of the season, then, this is how promoted Leeds line up. Darlow in goal, Roberts, Yavi Sanchez, Rodon and Firpo at the back, Ampadu and Kamara holding, James on the right, Somerville on the left, Gelhart in behind Joel Pirro, Nonto on the bench there, Ruta, Barrero, Martin. So yeah, no surprise that this squad has been promoted. Very good players. They kept focusing on Somerville and Hattermore in the pre-game thing, so maybe an interesting battle that is going to come in this game. But yeah, we are at full strength, but we are giving a final appearance to Barry Bannon, who will be leaving the club at the end of this season. So he comes in for Masaba. Asprilla moves out to the wing. Yeah, hopefully we can pick up a win with Leeds. They've achieved what they need to. There's no chance of them winning the title. Leicester wrapped that up a few games ago. Yeah, let's just wait and see, shall we? But yeah, saying goodbye to some of these boys. Of course, Bannon, and then, like you said, the lone boys as well. Their potentially some final appearances. It's Pedersen. We're going to go in with a big tackle, and he does well to dispossess Dan James in the May sunshine. Hopefully it'll be a nice warm day up in Yorkshire, but up north you never can tell. As it's a big header away, but away from Ugbo, who actually does really well to get a tackle in and come away with that. He's done really well to get away from Sanchez. Has he got the pace to get away from it? Looks like he has. Ugbo will bring this back for Windass. Oh my word, what a save from Carl Darlow. Unbelievable save. Asprilla with the corner. Oh, Hattermore tries to get on it. Back to Bannon, who has the strike. Wouldn't that have been nice if he'd have been able to score? Pedersen, fast stick. Oh, Bannon was there. Oh, it's actually Windass. Sorry. Still getting them confused. A nice ball down the line. Somerville has lost his man, but a lovely tackle from Bernard and Paveda. And while Hattermore could be on a run here, he's got Windass for company. Need the... well, got it to him eventually, and it's a lovely save again from Carl Darlow. Not quite the position we wanted to get Windass into, but can Hattermore get on this one? No, he can't quite. He's done well there, Ugbo. And there's a ball in potentially. That's superb from Barry Bannon. And Asprilla will find the back of the net. This time Carl Darlow finally beaten. And Asprilla is the man to find the back of the net. Might be his first goal this season. But what a through ball from Barry Bannon. That is what he is capable of. the 34-year-old Scottishman. It's Hall has shown his playmaking skill at times, but Barry Bannon is always, well, I'm sure, very affectionately loved at Sheffield Wednesday in real life, and he's been the heartbeat of their team for a number of years. James is in behind it. I'm amazed Pedersen was able to keep up, but it's a lovely block to stop Pirot from getting a strike on target. And there could be a chance to get a ball over the top here. George Hall. That's a lovely ball and a lovely touch. And George Hall is going to fire in a second for Sheffield Wednesday. I think Leeds are well and truly on the beach after securing promotion in their last game. But a lovely ball and a lovely touch from Hall just to get the body between between the ball and the defender, and then just picking his spot. And while in the last few games he's come up with a couple of goals, really good recovery from Hall, and there could be a ball in, and Poveda is in, and you'll find Ike Ugbo, and that is going to be beautiful play, and it is going to be a third. We are still on legendary, I promise, but you know how this game can be sometimes. Like we said, against the better teams we can really play well at points, and well, we have torn Leeds apart there, and it is 3-0. Good thing that they are already promoted. But this is exactly what I wanted. A really good game to end the season strongly. End the season as high in the table as possible. And we look like we're on course to do just that. And Ugbo, that's a lovely touch to get away from his man. And he's powering into that gap between Ugbo and Roberts. And he's still going. Oh, he's just tried to... I think he's played that blind, to be honest. Just tried to find anyone in the middle. Unfortunately for him, hasn't found anyone, but really good play from the man. And George Hall has done superbly well there in his defensive duties. Oh, that's a loose pass from DRB. And we could be in trouble. Somerville maybe now playing on the right, potentially. Cuts inside, and Perot will have a strike. Straight at a 4-8. I skipped a sub there for Leeds. I do apologise. Ball in there, and they could win it. Oh, and well, it's stopped by the man on the line. I'm not too sure who that was. I think it might have been George Hall. But we've managed to keep our clean sheet intact for now. Oh, and that's a lovely piece of play. Poveda, can he get past his man? Not quite. Oh, that's not the pass I wanted. I wanted to find out boat. Substitution for Sheffield Wednesday, and coming off is Barry Bannon. We'll give him his round of applause. Get him his standing ovation for his services. Thank you, Barry. Absolutely. You know what? We will stand up and applaud. So you can see me on camera. There we go. And I had the confidence to stand up and not even bother playing that, because I knew that was gonna. Go well over. George Hall it was who made the stop on the line. Very good play from him. But yeah, thank you, Barry. Oh. Either way, there goes the final whistle. A big 3-0 win against big rivals as well. You cannot complain. Yes, they were on the beach. They're already promoted, but still, always nice to finish with a big result like that. So that is the end of the season. Disappointing that it didn't finish in playoff qualification, considering how far we'd been all season. But if we have a little end of season roundup then and have a look at the standings. So we finished 8th in our first season. Like I said, disappointing considering where we were, but if you'd have given me that at the start of the season, I certainly would have taken it. So we finished 8th on 69 points. Nice. 4 points adrift of the playoffs. And that run of form, 10 games without a win, really, really hampered us. But Leicester win the league on 99 points. 12 clear of Leeds, who finish on 87. And then one of Norwich, Stoke, Middlesbrough and Swansea will be promoted. If any of these are your teams, by all means, stop, have a look. And then relegated was Birmingham, Ipswich and Rotherham. Rotherham finishing 11 points adrift. Birmingham a point adrift, and it could happen to Birmingham in real life as well. They are now in the relegation zone, and it's considering they were high flying at the start of the season when they sacked John Eustace in real life, I think they're in 6th, and now look where it's got them. But yeah, let's go forward then, and we'll have a look at other competitions and stuff, and a look at player stats and stuff as well. It's been a little while since I've had to do a season roundup. Right, so we made it through to the middle of June then. So let's see how things have shaped up. If we have a look at yeah, we'll have a look. So yeah, we know the Championship finished. The FA Cup. Wow, Spurs 4-2 on penalties after a 4-4 draw with Chelsea in the after extra time. That's quite the final. Chelsea beat Southampton 3-2. Spurs 2-0 against Sheffield United in the semis. We'll have a look at the Carabao Cup. Liverpool beat Arsenal 2-1 in the final, and they beat Newcastle and Villa respectively in the semis to get there. The playoffs, Norwich it is who pick up a win over Stoke, so it will be Norwich, Leicester and Leeds in the Premier League next season. If we have a look at the Super Cup, that was won by Man City 2-1. The Champions League, into Real Madrid, very convincing win over Inter 3-0. Wow, El Clasico in the semi, and Inter managing to beat Arsenal in the semi-final. That's quite impressive. In the Europa League then, it is Liverpool who beat PSG 2-1. Liverpool overcoming Sevilla, whereas PSG managing to beat Leipzig 6-5 on aggregate in those semis. In the Conference League, Fiorentina beat Frankfurt on penalties after a 1-1 draw. Club Brugge getting to the Ferencváros getting to the semi-finals there. And the English teams managing to get St Johnstone got to the quarters. Fair enough. And the Euros is on as well. Scotland are there. Sweden, Poland and Iceland in Scotland's group. God, that's a group, isn't it? Germany, Spain, Croatia, Wales, England and Netherlands, Romania and Norway. So Haaland making it to a major tournament. Belgium, France, Denmark and Hungary. My word. A very tasty European Championships there. If we have... I need to find where all of this stuff is. Player stats. Team stats? Do we have a... No, we don't need to look at team stats. Player stats. Oh my god, you've just re-clicked that second time. Player stats then. Ike Ogbo finishes the season top scorer of the division. 29 goals in 41 games. Absolutely superb. He certainly will be on the list in terms of targets for next season. Bio, well, plenty of players over 20 actually. Bio for Watford, Keane for Preston, Frey for QPR, Mavididi for Leicester, Pirot for Leeds and Latelath for Middlesbrough. Anyone else in a Wednesday shirt? Windass grabs 14, which is nice to see. In terms of assists, wow, we hold the top 3 and 4 of the top 6. So Windass with 30 goal contributions this season, Bannon 13 assists, Ogbo 13 assists, Pervader with 10 assists. That's absolutely superb. It shows with the amount of goals we score as well. Clean sheets, we can't... Well, Forey grabs 7, which is only 6 less than the top. So, just seeing if Dawson was on there as well. But no, so that's in terms of the player stats then. If we have a look at other leagues then. Let's have a look. In terms of the Premier League then. City win the Premier League by 6 points. Is that, well, City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool third. Is that maybe foreshadowing what is to come in real life? Spurs finish 4th ahead of Villa. United 6th, Chelsea 11th. Wow. Burnley, Sheffield United and Luton. It's not a too inaccurate table really from what is real life. That's quite impressive actually. Normally FIFA can be crazy, but Luton 20 points adrift they finished, with conceding 84 goals, my word. So yeah, Burnley, Sheffield United and Luton will be at our level next season. Of course, we know that Leicester, Leeds and Norwich got promoted. In terms of other teams we'll be playing this next season, Portsmouth 6 points clear of Charlton again. Portsmouth doing very well in real life, look like they're on course to win League One. Charlton it is who come up on goal difference ahead of Derby, and then one of Derby, Bolton, Oxford or Barnsley again. Very not too dissimilar to real life, let's be honest. I don't. Yeah, so obviously it's Birmingham, Ipswich, and Rotherham who go down. Portsmouth, Charlton, and then one of Derby, Bolton, Oxford, or Barnsley. Posh, not the best season for them. Only 3 points adrift. Wow, that race for the playoffs was quite tight, wasn't it? Where did my beloved Reading finish in the relegation zone? That's not ideal. But it looks like we're going to be safe in real life. That's all that matters. But yeah, Reading, Exeter, Northampton and Cheltenham. It is who get relegated. In League 2, Mansfield, wow, Mansfield topped the charts. 12 points clear as well. Wrexham and Notts County make it back-to-back promotions. So they'll be in League 1 next season. And one of Stockport, Walsall, Bradford or Crewe. And then getting relegated would be Crawley and Barrow. And well, Crawley a long way adrift. But yeah, so that's how England has shaped up in terms of Ligue 1. PSG, only 5 points to Monaco though. Marseille and Lens finish in the European spots. Nice claim 5th as well. If we have a look at the Bundesliga, well, it's not Bayern, but it's not Leverkusen either. It's Leipzig who win the league in the inaugural season of this series. Only a point to Bayern. And then a point behind them is Leverkusen. So Zabi not quite able to work his magic in this universe. Dortmund finished 4th, Frankfurt and Wolfsburg picking up European spots as well. In the Serie A, Milan 4 points ahead of neighbours Inter, who are on course, I think, in real life to win the league at a canter, are they not? Of course, Napoli won it at a canter last season, but they only finished 5th in this universe. Roma and Juventus, the teams to get Champions League. Lazio claiming European spot as well. And then if we have a look at Scotland, Celtic, wow, okay. Aberdeen finished level on points. God, there's 4 of them within a point of each other. Celtic, Aberdeen, Rangers and Hearts. Bloody hell. Celtic win it on goal difference. Rangers 3rd. What race that was. If only it was that exciting in real life. But Celtic do retain it. And then in España, Barcelona win the league by a point. So a lot of close title races around Europe this season. But by a point to Real, Atleti a further 3 points behind. Betis make the Champions League. Sevilla and Sociedad make the Europe as well. La Liga Hypermotion. Is it really called that in real life? Unfortunately, Malaga aren't in this division anymore. Got relegated last season. But Espanyol promoted. And I think that is about it. So, let's have a quick look then at the squad hub before we round out. Actually, the academy. We'll probably get these boys called up, I would imagine, next season. Especially now Polly has turned 16. Get these boys up and out on loan next season, hopefully. But let's have a look at the squad hub then. And well, Dawson, let's have a look at their stats. Dawson, up to this season, started the season for us, but then we brought in a 4E. His stats there suggest he was poor. I quite like Cameron Dawson. Only 3 clean sheets in the league, though, but certainly a very capable backup. I liked him when he played for us. But this man, I think, has... he's certainly unorthodox and worries me. But, yeah, he's certainly a very capable keeper, I think. I don't know what I'm going to do with the squad, literally. I think it's just going to be a case of, like I always do, let's see what free agents are about, who we can bring in. Nobody's safe. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's safe. We'll see what the squad looks like after I've finished having my fun in the free agency. But yeah, Forey only up 1 this season, is 30. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed the Forey. Piers Charles out at Stockport has grown up 3 to 59. At 18, 59. We'll probably get him out on loan again next season. Reece James, no growth from him, just a backup all season and was fine, I guess. Pedersen played every game in the Championship this season, 1 goal, 1 assist. Only up 1 to 70, but at his age, you don't expect massive growth. he was a bit of a mixed bag, Pedersen. He was okay, did have his moments, but also had some pretty bad moments as well. So I'm not too sure. We may as well keep him on the shortlist for sure. But yeah, Pedersen is, well, just the fact he played every game is quite impressive. But yeah, not bad from him. Hikwi, I think started the season actually in central defence, but then Diaby took his spot. But it's certainly been a capable backup. He's getting on now though, but up 1 to 69. Yeah, not too bad. Iorfa, only a few games, but was always a backup this season. Is leaving us as a already agreed a pre-contract move to Saudi Arabia. For Maywo, started the season out on loan, then I actually recalled him because I needed the depth. He's grown up 2 to 68, only 25. Only played 3 games when he came back for us. Good growth considering he's very limited game time. So again, probably a lot of these players we will certainly keep around. Maybe the likes of James we might look to move on next season potentially, just looking at ratings. But yeah, for Maywo at that age he's still got room to grow, so I think, well, we'd be stupid to just rule him off the bat. Diaby, yeah, at points was really impressive this season, grown up 3 to 70, formed a really good partnership with Bernard. His stats, some of them are I find ridiculous, but Deschamps Bernard, one of the biggest success stories of this season, I think, is come in and just been an absolute monster at times for us at the back. Him and Diaby have a very good partnership. I'm confident in those two going forward. So, yeah, really like those two. Palmer got a bad injury at one point in the season, was out for a couple of months, but was always a backup. And probably is good enough to be a backup next season for us as well. Delgado again started the season at right back and was largely decent, but then when you get an opportunity to sign a man like Hateboer, you kind of can't turn that down. So unfortunate for Delgado, but probably will retain his spot next season unless we improve there. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen. Valentin up 2 to 66, but again probably will try and look to get rid of him this season. Sakira we'll probably try and loan out. Has actually grown up a little bit more. We'll try and loan out Sakira if we can next season. Hateboer has largely been good for us. He's had his moments, but massive signing for us at the time, and grabbed a couple of goals for us. So yeah, nice little cameo from him, but I doubt we'll be seeing him again. Even if we were to look to sign him, his wages would probably be pretty outrageous, I'd imagine. Will Volks, no growth from him this season, but has been a good backup for us. I enjoyed Will Volks, scored an absolute screamer very early in the season. That I certainly remember with fondness. Was certainly good enough to be a backup for us, I think, next season. Barry Bannon, 43 games for us this season in the league. And he's just at 34 on the decline, as you can see. Still good enough to be a part of this squad, but I think we look to pastures new now. He spent a long time at Sheffield Wednesday. He's done his service. I think, maybe it's time we move on from Barry Bannon, because that, towards the end, that partnership of Hall and Asprilla in the centre did look very good. So I think we can have confidence moving forward. George Byers, we recalled from his loan spell, started the season on loan at Blackpool, has grown up 1 to 68. I think did that out on loan. Made 10 appearances for us in the league. Happy to have him as a backup. Tyreek Bakinson, up to the season on loan at Charlton, got promoted with them. He's still quite young, but I don't know. I have a feeling that there could be improvements coming. Again, I have no idea, but centre mid is one of those positions that there's a lot of players available, so we might move him on, the likeliness, but we'll have to wait and see. Asprilla up 2 to 70 this season, obviously came in initially as a winger, but converted to central midfield. And to start with, it was a bit, but he's really grown into that role. Really enjoy having him there, and it fills a good gap for us. So, really enjoyed Asprilla. And that goal against Leeds was his first goal for the club, so really like to see that. Windass up 1 to 71. 30 goal contributions this season. Isn't exactly the most creative number 10, but it's just, I mean, he's 30 goal contributions, scores goals, gets assists, played really well in that area. So yeah, really enjoyed Josh Windass. George Hall, up 3 to 70, so he has had a little bit of growth towards the end of the season, and had a really good end to the season as well. Grabbed a couple of goals, and yeah, again, more naturally a number 10, but has really adapted into that centre mid spot again. To start with, when we moved him there, it wasn't really working, but him and Asprilla, I think, could be a very good partnership going forward. Wilkes, up 3 to 69, some good growth from him this season, and made a decent contribution when called upon, but he's one of those players. He's just going to be, in rotation, in the wing. Good squad player to have. Yeah. Masaba up 4 to 70. Again, kind of like Wilkes, to be honest. Come in, made a good contribution, but he's just going to be one of those players, I think, that we just rotate in and out with the wings. Gassama, I feel really bad for Gassama because, again, I recalled him from his loan. He was up 2 on his loan at 66. I recalled him because of squad depth and then gave him 1 game. I will probably loan out Gassama next season, I'll be perfectly honest. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a full loan spell out that next team. Pervader, up 2 to 71 this season. 5 goals, 10 assists, which isn't bad, but it just frustrated me more than anything else, if I'm honest. So I'll keep him on the shortlist. We'll see what's about, but I don't know how I feel about Pervader. But yeah, he did alright. Patterson, no growth from him, out on loan at Valladolid. Is it Valladolid? I think it is. They won. Didn't they win League 2 last year, or the second division? They did, I'm pretty sure. I'll probably sell Callum Patterson, to be honest, when he comes back. So, EK Ugbo, up 3 to 73. 42 goal contributions this season. Absolute machine. Certainly will be keeping tabs on him and maybe looking to bring him in again. Beast. That's one area we are going to need to improve in this summer, is a striker. And then Calamatri, up 3 on his loan at Huesca. Yeah, good growth from him. We'll probably look to loan him out again because I doubt at 64 is going to have quite enough about him to make an impact, but is young enough to try and get some more growth from. So, yeah, we'll try and loan him out again next season, Brady Calamatri. That is that for this season. Well, there's been plenty of ups, a lot of downs. But overall, I can't... let's have a look at the objectives as well, actually. Youth development, within 2 seasons of at least 1 for the youth academy. That's probably what will happen. 5 games without defeating away matches. We didn't lose in 16 of our 23 away games. That's not that bad. That's not too bad. Financial, finished the season with a profit margin of 25.5 million. We only did like 8 million, I think. So that's not ideal. Avoided relegation, that's the main thing. Didn't reach the FA Cup target, but yeah, we've already hit the long-term domestic target as well, so certainly not bad. But guys, that is going to be the end of this season. I hope you have enjoyed it. We'll try and get through next season a little bit quicker. Yeah, and I apologise for the I'll do it in another episode. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this season. If you are looking forward to the next one, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one.